Well, 'tis the season for new bike speculation for Harley Davidson. Anyways, let's get into it. So with all the controversy that's gone over with Harley Davidson the past few months, I sometimes still hate to admit that I'm still a fan of Harley Davidson, and I am looking forward to the new bikes. We all know it'll end up probably being just same bikes, new paint job or whatever, but to be honest with you, I'm okay with that, and I'll explain in this video of why I'm okay with it. But I've been watching a few different videos lately of the speculation of what they want to see come out or what they think are going to come out. I've seen ones that are saying, hey, they might be actually bringing back the old Sportster because there's a Chinese knockoff that is basically the same thing and they're able to do Euro emissions, so they might be able to actually bring that back, which would be kind of cool. I've seen ones talking about a new Pan America with the 975. I've also seen one talking about a trike with a new trunk on it or something like that. I'm not into trikes yet. Knock on wood, it won't be for many, many years before I have to rock the trike, but hey, you never know. Saw another one actually talking again about the Bronx, right? Everyone talks about the Bronx. Now the Bronx is one of those ones like I'm guilty of as well, where I personally was hoping to have the Bronx come out. But the more I thought about it, after, I think I even did a video on, how I was hoping the Bronx would come out in previous years. However, the more I think about it, it's why do I care? Because it's not like I'm ever going to buy a Bronx. And it goes back to what I was saying is I'm okay with just the bikes with the new color schemes. And I don't think I'm the only one around in my vintage, if you will, where the type of riding I do cruising on this bike, I do touring with my wife on that bike. And that's the type of riding I like to do. 95% of the time, even if I had, I do have a semi-scrambler adventure bike or whatever, I don't really ride that. In 2 years, I've ridden it maybe a handful of times. And a lot of those are me just drying the bike off after I've cleaned it for my daughter. So I don't really ride like that. Even if I had a different bike, I would still choose these bikes over an adventure bike. Now, don't get me wrong. I've gone to demo days. I've tried a few different bikes, the new street glides. Have I done a Softail? I don't know if I've done a Softail. I mean, I ride a Softail, but I don't think I've tried one at a demo. But to be honest with you, the funnest bikes I've actually been on, the Pan America and the Nightster, the smaller one. The Sportster S was fine, only it really hurt because of the suspension. There's like 2 inches of travel, and it was like anytime you hit something, it hurt, but it went like snot, or it went like stinks, but they're really fun bikes to ride, and I had a lot of fun. I was actually giggling like a schoolgirl on all three of them, actually. However, if I had one, I'd have to have it as my third bike or fourth bike because it's not the type of riding I like to do. So I think Harley, and a lesser extent Indian, has an issue with that, where there are a lot of Harley fans where they do cruising or they do touring. They don't really do any of the other bikes or the other type of riding. Indian is the same way, is you kind of have those types of riders in your fan base, basically. So having said all that, I mean, I do hope Indian, Harley, they all do innovate and come up with new bikes. However, I'm probably not going to be ones to get it because even with my daughter, I'm not going to be getting her Nightster 975 or the Sportster S or the Pan America, nothing like that for her next bike. I would be lying if Harley actually had the little bikes. Sorry, I'm pointing at the Scram 411. if Harley did have those little bikes, the 350, the X350 and the X500 or whatever that they have, I think they've brought them to North America for their riding academy. Now, if they did actually have that at the time that I was purchasing this, we probably would have looked into it. But now I have no reason to, like, my daughter's going to be going away to university, not next year, but the year after, or actually, no, it is next year. Wow, I'm getting old. So I can't see us buying her another bike. This will be the bike that my son will probably start riding, and she'll be off in university. So it would come back to the fact that I have my 2 bikes for 99% of what type of riding I would like to do. I don't need another bike. I don't need a 3rd bike. I mean, I do, but convincing my wife I need another one is a different story. But yeah, I just want to come on and find out, what type of new bike would you want to see Harley Davidson bring out? Would you, I actually, bringing back the old Sportster would be cool. Again, I don't think I'd ever get one, but I like knowing that they're out there. Would it be a smaller version Pan America, like a 975 Pan America? Would it be the Bronx? Like, what type of bike would you like to see Harley Davidson? I mean, they are in a tough position because they are looking out for us old relics that like this type of riding, and it's hard for them to attract new riders with the bikes that they have. But I don't know. They've got to do something. Same with Indian. Indian at least has the FTR, which is a new bike, or not new now, but it is a different type of riding than all their other bikes. Their new Scout lineup, again, they all look nice, but I can't see myself getting a Scout. It's just too small of a bike. I'm sure it's lots of fun to ride, but anyways, what type of bike would you like to see Harley or Indian come out with that you would be excited to actually see, and more importantly, that you would actually consider purchasing? Anyways, until next time, later.